it was a tough game for the U.S. to score. I expected another U.S. Thailand, and and I think because we didn't get that, I'm a little bit worried about the what the chemistry that we have is like. So even the lineup. Maybe let's start there. The
Julie Ertz at center back. What is going on?
Look, I'm not mad at it. We know she can play there. She's obviously a defensive midfielder, and this was going to be a game where, and by all accounts, I mean, she did the job incredibly well. Vietnam had no shots at all. No shots, nothing. They barely had the ball. So defensively, this worked out, and I think this felt a little bit like not the if we're facing England, this is not the lineup we're gonna see. This felt like we know we're playing against a weaker opponent, and let's give players like Rose Lavelle rest. Not really overuse some of the players. So it felt a little bit not like this. Didn't feel like the A lineup. What do you
No,
think?
no, this was very much a our opponent isn't going to cause too many problems for us.
Hmm.
So let's go out with a bit of an experimental lineup, and then we could always switch it up if we need to. But you're saying up against England. England only won 1-0 against Haiti,
Right,
where you would expect,
but Haiti were better than
yes, but you would expect someone who is competing for, being considered the top dog would do a little bit more damage to a country that's still relatively new. You know what I mean in
right, right,
in
right,
this
right.
competition.
So
So it's not exactly, but to talk more about the women's national team, there was a lack of fluidity. You know, I don't know if you
yes,
noticed that.
yes. I thought that was fairly I'm not obvious. The fluidity in what? So when I think of fluidity, the things I want to see are like certain patterns being repeated,
Yes.
a certain things like that. I thought
Sort of players knowing their position and who connecting with others, having almost an instinctual sense of where other
yeah.
players are going to be.
I thought the game was very, very physical. Obviously, there were a lot of fouls pretty early on. Nothing too. Well, it wasn't like the Nigeria Canada game, which we may talk
No,
about a little bit because that game was
pure mayhem.
legit insane. But there was. I thought Trinity Rodman. I thought she played well. Obviously, she drew the penalty. I thought she was a little bit. Aggressive in the sense of like holding on to the ball a little too long, taking an extra touch to set up the cross, stuff like that. Like I thought she went out wide too much as opposed to cutting inside. Like they were she it her she I thought was a little not the sharpest. Just the game got like it was essentially they holding on to the ball a little too long and drawing a foul. Lindsey Horan did this a couple times, even though I mean, everyone played well. There's not really, I'm not really criticizing anybody because they completely dominated. But
Yeah.
when it comes to playing for that and figuring out that chemistry, that's what I saw. I saw the players holding on to the ball a little too long and drawing contact as opposed to being a little bit more smooth with it to like let go of the ball before the Vietnamese player gets to like make contact or foul you and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it
It was
just
a funny moment when, not funny at all, but when Trinity Rodman goes down in the first half, really early into the
oh yeah,
match,
yeah, like
it was
10
super
seconds in.
scary. That
Yeah.
part wasn't funny. The funny part was, where I was a bar with, like, I would say maybe 8 televisions. All of them except one had the women's national team game. So every once in a while, whoever was there specifically to watch Messi potentially make his debut, and eventually he does, would glance over at the other televisions to see what's going on with the women's national team game. And Trinity Rodman goes down, and all of a sudden you see Megan Rapinoe start to stretch and
Yeah.
warm up on the sideline. And the camera goes right to her, zooms in, blue hair, right? Oh, kicking her legs up. And a guy behind me goes, you could hear him like change position and look over at the screen and goes, Wait, she's still there? Is this the last World Cup they're showing? And I
Yo, I
was
didn't know
part
we
of
were
me wanted to
doing.
be like, "How are you not paying attention?" But the other part of me is like, "That's actually a pretty legit reaction to still seeing Megan Rapinoe." You know what
Yeah,
I
it's
mean?
like we doing reruns. Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, damn, bro. I didn't know the World Cup was in syndication, you know?
Okay, I hope they getting residuals for these. You know.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, they should be on strike over this, bro.
um. Yeah. So I think the surprises as far as who started. I mean, I think Savannah DeMello was probably surprised. I think a lot of people probably didn't expect that. And Trinity Rodman probably even a little bit as maybe not that much of a shock, but I was a little bit surprised. But the subs that came into the game, Megan Rapinoe, Rose Lavelle, Alyssa Thompson,
Rose Lavelle's a shock. You were not shocked to see her come in?
yeah, because I mean they U.S. soccer on social media had not posted any video of Rose Lavelle doing anything. Like
No.
I remember seeing you would see her training, but it was only photos. So I under the comments of every Rose Lavelle photo, there was a hilarious one. I don't remember who said this, but somebody said at USWNT, they said, can you please post a video of Rose Lavelle kicking a ball while holding today's newspaper? which, which I absolutely love because I did not think that she was fully fit, and when she got into the game, and also looked great. I mean, looked
She
sharp,
did.
and it's also playing against a weaker opponent, but this is where you give Rose 30 minutes to go, like, stretch your legs out, and I thought she looked great, and she made such a huge difference. I mean, this is I think it essentially put US cannot win a World Cup without Rose Lavelle giving a lot, because she makes
I
that much
will
of a difference.
say, I truly believe that Ashley Sanchez could be that difference maker in place of a Rose Lavelle
Oh,
if
I
Rose Lavelle's not able to do it. If Rose Lavelle's
respectfully
not able to do it.
disagree. Respectfully disagree, but I understand.
But
Okay.
but Rose Lavelle is a especially just based on the way she's played in these competitions before, the experience that she has, that is a massive loss if she's not there. So the fact that she's good enough to give you a solid 30, what was it, 29 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a massive positive, massive positive. There was a moment where I think it was the third goal went in, and everyone goes to celebrate near the corner flag, and there's a camera that's there watching the players run up. And as Rose Lavelle is running towards the camera, I found myself thinking, "Easy now, you know, all right, we get it. You don't need to celebrate all of them, you
Right,
know."
right, right, right. It's yeah, it was a strange game. Yeah, I mean, it did very much feel like everybody's still trying to, like, figure this stuff out, and essentially every defender did their job. They got the ball who they needed to get the ball to. They stopped every single opportunity Vietnam could even have. It just felt like 3 goals. Just
I know. I don't know
it's a
why
win,
3-0
but
doesn't feel like a confidence builder.